Hey everyone, thanks for joining us for tonight's team call. It is the last week of September, and I think we're all kind of like feeling the heat, all right? So we came up with a lot of things that I'm going to announce tonight. All the first stuff is all stuff you guys kind of already know. We've been talking about all month long. Final 5 days for that $10 off of Lift 4 and Mes de Mas. So for our team, Lift 4. So all those people that you talk to all summer long, like those are great people that you can go back to follow up. What I've been doing today is on Instagram, I've been doing the video messages. And then on Facebook, I'll do the talk like messages. So like with Instagram, you can do the video and exit out. And I'm sure Mallory might tell us that tonight. With Facebook, with the audio, you got one try to get it right. So I think it's just a little bit more personalized, especially when you like want to make that connection with people. Beachbody apparel sale still is on, and September 30th. No more pumpkin spice. Sorry. I still did not get mine. I'm kind of angry, but tomorrow should be a big day for me. That's when it's supposed to arrive. And then Tubi Mindset certification is now available. So if you want to kind of add something else to your toolbox, that is there. All right, so some of the leaders had a little powwow this morning just because we know like the last 3 months of the year are super important for that big gung-ho like New Year's resolution time in January. If you think you're going to slack off now and still do good in January, sorry, it's not going to happen. After 5 years, and a lot of us old-timers have been doing this, it's the work that you put in now that you're going to see in January, February, and March. So you've got to show your face. Even like I know a lot of us are back to school, things like that. Just do one thing that's consistent. If you just fall off the face of the earth, it's going to be so hard to climb back up in January. So if you're still really busy, just find one thing that you can do consistently, whether it's posting or whatever, Instagram stories, just something to kind of keep your skin in the game. So what we're doing is every week, one of the leaders is going to choose a power hour. So how this is going to work is I will post up at the top of the team page, you see like the cover photo, I'll post the times that each leader is going. So there's a time for like early morning, afternoon, night. You can find one time, even if you're just on for 30 minutes, to get some work done, right? We're going to run a little contest because I got 5 boxes of pumpkin when it comes. We're going to check in to see who's popping on these power hours. However many times you get on, your name is going to be put in for a raffle, and then we'll choose some people to win the pumpkin spice latte packets. So you have to be on the call. We're going to quote unquote take attendance. But just click on that photo and then you'll get all the links. So since like there's a different leader running it every single day and every single time, it's going to be their own Zoom link. So just click on, really simple, just click on the photo and then you'll get all the Zoom links here. Pretty simple. So each week I'm going to be updating that. So October 1st, there's going to be all new times. I'll try and get that done Monday morning so you guys kind of have some time to schedule and plan for yourselves. I created a little book club, if you want to say, for a tribe called Bliss. It is right here. I'm going to post it in the comments so that everybody has it, so you can join that. I was reading it on the plane home or two from Austin, I don't know. And it was just really good, just something different. I know like if I feel excited about something, anything, if there's just excitement in my life, I just feel good again. So I think this is going to be just a feel-good book for us to kind of get out of that, the September slump we've kind of been in. What else we have? So performance line group, we're going to kind of, you know how like we've done those 3-day refresh groups and the sale groups. We're just going to do a performance line group starting tomorrow for the Energize, for performance line, and then for like the challenge pack with the performance line and BOD. So Jessica's going to open up that group tomorrow. We're going to run it until Sunday. People have to purchase through Sunday. We'll throw in some fun prizes in there. And then Jessica will also post in the team page, like what you can say, how you can make posts to get people interested to add them into that group. So in that group, we're just going to give all the information about what Energize is, about what the performance line is. So it's really great for even people who are not working out with Beachbody. Maybe they do CrossFit or people are like really gung-ho about those Pelican bike things. Whatever, they still need Energize and they still need some recover. So those would be great people to reach out to for that group. So all that information will be posted tomorrow in the team page by Jessica. And then Proving Grounds Ship Shop starts October 1st. And just, I think also starting October 1st too, if you have any coaches in your downline that are inactive, meaning they haven't purchased anything, maybe they don't have Beachbody on demand, they can now get a challenge pack. So technically coaches we were only allowed to get one challenge pack, like that first time we signed up. Now they changed it. So starting October 1st too, any coach can buy a challenge pack again. So just kind of like be aware of that. If you see any coaches in your downline, say, hey, if you want to get started again for the last 90 days of the year, and I'm like going to be using that a lot in my posts, kind of like telling people like this is the last 90 days, like October on is the last 3 months of the year, like end it strong, end the year strong instead of waiting until January to start everything over. So new challenge packs for coaches October 1st, and then new challenge packs for that Shift Shop Proving Grounds October 1st as well. October 20th, Super Saturday. Guys, I don't think I need to tell you how important events are. This weekend for me and Dave was amazing, awesome. I obviously feel good. I'm energized. I'm like feeling gung-ho again. Like you need those things. You honestly can't get through this business, get through life in general without doing some sort of personal development that is, that live PD, that, just being around those positive, like-minded people. So make sure, you don't have to fly to Austin, Texas, but you can go to Philly if you're here, or find somewhere near you that you can go to, because I promise you, investing in yourself is absolutely worth it. And that's what it is. It is a investment, just like your health and fitness, doing personal development, going to these events is an investment in yourself. Get that excitement back. And let's get there. Team retreat. It's moved again. Surprise. So I just found out by Carl or one of the corporate people that the Super Saturday in January is actually, they're moving it to the second week of January. So that makes our retreat the first week in January. So I know we were kind of going back and forth, but now we're for real. The retreat is going to be January 4th, that night of, and then all day January 5th. You can sleep over both nights. More details to come. We haven't picked a house yet, but it's going to be somewhere on the Jersey Shore. So you can fly in from Philadelphia or Atlantic City. You can fly into Newark and maybe hitch a ride with Lisa Humphrey, but that's a little bit more of a drive. So I think that's it for me for announcements. I'm going to shoot it over to Tracy.
You got me there?
Introduce this for tonight.
Yeah, hey.
Wait, so
Hey.
Hey everyone, so I am going to announce our speaker tonight. She is one of my personally sponsored coaches and really have nothing in common with her except for we are both country girls from a very tiny small town called Bladenboro and in North Carolina, and I'm just so glad that I just asked her, hey, do you want to coach? Because it was just one of those changing opportunities whenever I reached out and asked her. She was a college volleyball player, and she is an aspiring veterinarian and an expert on Instagram, and that's what she is here to share with everybody tonight. So Mallory, take it away, girlie.
Okay. I don't think I'm an expert yet, but I'm hoping to get there soon. So I'm actually gonna try to share my screen or share my phone. I've been doing a lot of research on Instagram basically because I was getting like nothing off of Facebook anymore. And so I decided to start doing trainings, following other coaches that have been successful on Instagram. So I've kind of adapted some stuff that they do. So let me try to share my screen, maybe. Okay, yes. Okay, so my first thing is that you really need to make your Instagram like pleasing to the eye because you get on Instagram and you see all the major people who have all the followers. There is just, it just looks good. It looks pretty artistic. So I've worked on mine. So I have my highlights, I have them all the same, kind of the same color scheme. And then I've started using the same filter on mine. And so that is one thing I have learned is that you need to find the same few filters and stay with that. Because since I've been doing that, I've gotten a lot more traction from it and I've gotten more followers from it. During the storm, I was really sick and without power for over a week. So I obviously couldn't use my phone because cell service was down, and I was still getting followers just from this and hashtags. So you can see before I didn't really follow a set filter. And so in the past couple of weeks, I have tried to, and you can kind of see it in this area, that basically doing the same filter. I found a training on YouTube on this girl who she's not anybody fitness. I don't really know who she is. But she went over apps that she uses that helps her with her account. And she has like all kinds of followers. So some of these apps you have to pay for. But I've been trying them and they work great for me to use these same filters. So I actually put them in a folder. So the first one is Visco, VSCO, whatever. And so that one, I paid for all of the filters. So let's say I wanted to use this picture. And so I would import it. And then you click on the little line with the two circles on it, the two lines with circles, and use it. And these are my filters. These first like 6 are ones that I went through and saved. So you can actually see there's all kinds of filters on here. So if you find a filter that you like, a theme, if you like bright, if you like dark colors, anything like that, then you find filters that go with it. And so all you do on this one is like click, say I wanted to use this one and say this is a favorite. I would click and hold and then click the star, and the star would add it to my favorites. And so you see all my favorites are here. I had to go through all of those filters and figure out which ones I liked. So this is one I use a lot, is the M6 and S2. And then that way I can save it. So say I want to do S2, I would do that one and then hit save at the top. Then this is kind of a process, but this is what's worked for me. Then I would click on these 3 dots in the bottom corner, make sure my picture's selected. And then I would save to camera roll and actual size. And now that that's saved, you can go into this app, which is Darkroom. And what it does is if you have bad lighting and you have the yellow lighting or something like that, you can go in and change the saturation and the color scheme of it. So if you click on the little circle, 3 circles kind of together, like one of them Venn diagram crap things we did when we were younger, at least I did anyway, you click on those. And I can say, I don't like how much yellow is in the picture. I can do more or less and change that. Or the orange and change it. Or if I didn't like how overpowering the blue shirt is, I can dye it down a little bit. So you can change your photos that way. and then you export whatever you want to do with it. These are what I do on this one. So Visco I use to pick the same filters and then go through and change the color scheme with the saturation with it, because you can change hues, saturations. It could completely changes how your pictures look sometimes, but that way you're getting the same constant theme with it. So I'm going to export it. And then I'm going to go into Snapseed. And this one has all kinds of changes you can make. So I'm going to open this last edit I made. And then I'm going to go to Tools and go to Details. And the first thing you want to change is the sharpening and the structure. So if you get the blur of the picture, you can change it either way by scrolling up and down and then back and forth. And if I'm going too fast, someone just kind of go in, because I kind of go on a ramble when I start. But you can change the structure of it too. And then you're going to go back to Tools and Tune Image. And this is where you're going to change your brightness and your contrast and all of that. And I don't like this filter. Sorry, it's my other job. So I don't like this filter, so I'm probably going to go back and change it. But you can change like your saturation and all of your kind of things on here. Highlights. But these are the apps that I really like to use. And I'll go back and change my original filter before I post this picture. But these are good ones for that, and then you can save it. And then once you get that, I know some people like to plan their posts. I sometimes plan my posts, sometimes I don't in advance. It depends on how busy my week's going to be. Plan, Plann, is a good app to use. I actually, just because I've done the free trial of it already, there's a 7-day free trial you can do with it, so that may be one you want to consider. You can actually upload all your pictures. It connects to your Instagram account, and you can upload pictures, and that way, like all these at the top, I have not posted, but they are here so I can rearrange and see which one's next. So from the second row down is my current Instagram feed. But say I wanted to do this picture next, I could rearrange and see how I like it to look overall. And you have a strategy where you can post, like if you wanted to do product, and it'll show you, where to place everything. So this one is a good one to do. And then say here, if I wanted to do this post, I could go ahead and draft it, set a reminder on my phone at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it'll send me a message, hey, you need to post your thing. So you just go in, copy, and it automatically goes to Instagram. So this is one that's been really helpful for me also when it's busy. And because I can just take any photos I want. Say I wanted to do the one, say I wanted to add the one that I did earlier. No, cancel from device. And so I would add it, and it would pop up here. But say I wanted to post it next to see how it would look, I would just click and drag it here, if that makes sense to everyone. So that way you can see, or if maybe I want to wait, I can put it up there and see how it looks better up there, so you see the layout of your Instagram better. And then, that way you can try to get a common theme for it. And when you're trying to schedule posts, you need to make sure, that you're mixing it up really well. I'll get in the habit where I'll just post workout stuff. I'm checking the chat. Okay, the app. But I get where I post just workout stuff, and then I feel like the traction goes down because it's just bam, bam, bam workout stuff, and it's like nobody's really relating. So that way you can kind of see, hey, I have workouts here and here. I need to throw something else in there. That's why I like this app. And then I've noticed personally, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, with my captions on Instagram. Here, I'm going to stop sharing for a second. Maybe. Okay, so with my captions on Instagram, I've noticed when I do those really long ones, like you can do on your Facebook status, nobody reads it. Like, I don't read it. When I'm scrolling through Instagram and there's a long post, I just keep scrolling. I don't even like the picture. And I think maybe that's just because it's a millennial thing and I just don't want to read all that mess. But the short, simple captions, like mixing it up in there, tends to help more with me. Yes, do a long one. You're really trying to prove a point, but just day to day, the spaced out, the way it works on Facebook just does not work on Instagram for me. So that's something also to consider. Planoly. I haven't used that one yet. And I've seen someone use this one and I've been wanting to try it, but I haven't used this one yet. But with your posting, for me, like I said, those really, really long ones those just don't work for me because I don't read them. Honestly, if I see you guys posting long ones, I'll like it and I read about half of it and keep going. And that sounds really bad, but that's just how it is. Instagram, people are just scrolling. So they look for the picture, they like the picture, and they're probably not going to read the whole thing. And then hashtags. Plan also has a place where you can store your hashtags. Let me see if I can share this again. Okay, so it actually has a place where you can store your hashtags. And there's just that little hashtag in the bottom. And I have created a set, you can create a set, add a set, and then there's all kinds of different ones and it'll pull up. And say I wanted to do one that's like dog mom or whatever. It brings up the most common ones. And so if you just put dog, you see there's 191 million posts with hashtag dog. So most likely yours is immediately going to get buried in the Instagram feed. So you can scroll down and find some that aren't as many, like dog fashion, doggo, that kind of thing, and click those. When they're only 600,000, you're probably going to get more off of that. And then you can even scroll, and these that are green are even safer because your post is going to sit there longer. So you can actually create, say I want to do dog mom or vet nurse life, something like that. And you can do up to 30 hashtags, name your set, and it'll automatically be there. So you can automatically post that to your Instagram. So you're not having to randomly do hashtags every time. And you can have multiple sets so you can get it, so you can get different ones, play around with it, and see which one works for you.
Mallory, I have a question.
Okay.
With that, does it put it automatically in the comments for you, or do you have to copy and paste it and then put it in the comments?
You have to copy and paste it from what I've seen with it. I haven't found a way to automatically do it.
Okay. Yeah. Just so people know, you want to hide, is it 30?
30.
Yeah. So you can do 30 max hashtags. You don't want to put it in the bulk of your posts, right? You want to put it in the comments. So right. I'll do dot, 5 dots, and then do the hashtags. That way, when people are going through the comments, they don't just see your hashtags, because then it just looks like you're spamming yourself.
Right. And I don't immediately post hashtags either. I do my posts, let it get the traction it's going to get. And then a couple of hours later, I'll go back and comment on it, or the next day. And I'll even go back and like my own posts, because then that's pushing it back up again, because Instagram's changed. It's kind of like Facebook a little bit, where it's not just recent posts anymore. When I first started using Instagram, it was solely just recent posts. So that has changed too. Okay. Let's see. On Instagram too, another good thing to do is to have polls. Random polls work a lot. And they don't have to be fitness related. You can use your polls for, groups coming up. You want to get, just different things. A good example was fall groups starting up. If you've ever, been interested, and you can have yes, add me, or more info. And that way you're not getting straight out no's on your polls. Those are good ones. But then random stuff throughout the day, does pineapple go on pizza? That's a good one, because that's a random great debate some people do. I did one about which harness for my dog earlier this week because hers got messed up in the storm. So I'm shopping for one anyway. And I put up 2 that I liked, and I said A or B. And people, I think like 60 people, I think, voted on that one, A or B. And that way you're getting more traction. I did one last night. What should I do? Since I'm not on a program right now, I'm restarting on Saturday. I did, should I do cardio or weights? And I had, I think, 30 people vote on that. So it's just an ongoing thing with that, keeping people related in your stories. I think, and just connecting like you do on Facebook. Go through your posts. I go through and just like almost everyone's pictures, just scrolling, and I'll just scroll for a few minutes and like people's pictures. Find someone, if you see someone new, go to their page and like, the last 3, the last 5 pictures, because then they're getting those immediate notifications that you're liking this post. And if they've never seen you before, it's like that, hey, who is this? Because I do that all the time. Someone likes all your posts, you don't know who they are, you go back and look. So that's a good point to try to do that with Instagram too. And then as far as getting followers, I'll go to find something, a big page that you follow, like Pura Vida bracelets. I have a couple of those, and they have a couple million followers. So I'll go to their page, go to their followers, and that way you can just scroll and hit follow all the way down and follow, just a bunch. Right now I'm following more than that's following me, but I'm boosting mine and then going back later and unfollowing people after I've had time for them to see my page, that kind of thing. I do random colleges because I just graduated from college. There's going to be people my age following that college. So just find something like that. We don't really have businesses in my town, so I don't have local restaurants and boutiques and stuff like that. But you can try that too. I've done it with some neighboring towns, and that way you're most likely going to get people who know people that you know, and that way they can relate. That's what I have written if anyone has questions.
I always have questions. So with those picture apps, do you go through that every single time, or you just like kind of see if you need to go to like all the other apps to like?
Most of the time I go through it, but it's like I said, I have the same 5 filters at the front. I go through, pick a filter. If I don't need to adjust, then I don't. But like tonight, I know it's not going to match because I'm taking the picture in, with just a random light. So I'm going to go through and try to adjust it and see if I can kind of get it to match. But most of the time, if it's in the light, it's in the about same. If I can get the filter to kind of look like the rest of them on Instagram, I won't go back and edit any further than that.
I have a question.
Okay.
Are y'all having 2 separate Instagram accounts, like a personal and a business, or?
I am not. I tried it and I got like 50 followers on the separate one. So I turned my personal one into a business page. So I went ahead and changed it. It's not as a personal Instagram anymore. It's a business one. But I think I listed myself as public figure. But you can do coach. You can do stuff like that. And then that way, you're basically, for me, fitness is a big part of what I do now. And then I'll post on here some stuff from work. I can't post everything because it's like humans in the medical field. You can't post everything. Sometimes I'll post stuff about that, stuff that's going on with family, without getting into too much detail if, you have random people that you don't know, that you don't trust. I keep mine together.
I think my conflict is coming, like I started my Instagram and kept it super tight because I'm posting pictures of my boys and stuff that I don't typically post on Facebook. So my conflict of how to grow my business in Instagram is like, do I just quit posting of my boys, or do I just let that go? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't have kids, so I don't know that one. I have seen people with kids post about their kids.
Yeah.
But they'll keep their name out of it, or they keep their last name off of their Instagram. Like mine has Mallory Davis on it, but I've seen some moms who just have Mallory and then an initial or just Mallory or whatever. And that way they'll change their handle, and that way it's not Mallory.Davis or anything like that. And that way they can post their kids, but they're not getting the big details about where their kids are or that kind of thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like Tracy or Lisa, how do you guys, or Jess, if you can talk?
I was gonna say, what's like the reason that, or what's the reason that you don't want to post it?
I don't know. It's just something I don't know. It's just me. I don't know.
I'll tell you, like, a lot of my followers are just like other moms, like stuff like that. And then like once I start like working out again, I'm posting about, having that exercise outlet and everything, and the other moms are seeing that, like, they get interested in that, and that'll like build your group too. So I would recommend going ahead and doing, like, I have my first name, last name. I always post where we are, like, whatever. But I would just create it together, like throw your fitness in with your life, and like that, let people know who you really are, so try it out.
I say share it too. I'm with Lisa. I mean, so far, it's what's worked for me that's been good. I think that's just one of those like walls you have to break down for yourself. You just have to get past that, that fear.
Yeah.
But that's always on you and what you want to, what you feel comfortable doing,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
I have to say too, like most recently when it, like Mallory was saying, when it's fitness, a lot of people can't relate to you. But when you post things like mom struggles, number one, this is one of the things that people relate to the most. I feel like that are going to want to come to you for help. So you want to think about how you can be relatable to people, and posting things like the ups and downs of mamahood is one thing that always gets me a lot of interaction on my posts.
Right. Okay. Thank y'all.
Anybody else with questions for Mallory? Or anything that you guys want to add? Because Instagram, I feel like something new is coming out every day.
So if you guys saw on Mallory's thing, like when she shared her screen with you, that the cleaner app. So if you're doing, like she said, to go to the different pages and like add a bunch of people. So then one of the questions that I got from somebody was, well, how, like, you're adding all these people, so then you're following everybody, and how do you know if they're following you? That cleaner app is like awesome. So it shows you who is not following you that you're following, and then you can just go right into it and then click and unfollow everyone that's not following you after you've given them some time to like check out your stuff if they want to. So I wait like a week after I add like a bunch of people, then go to the cleaner app and then delete everybody who didn't follow me back.
So something I learned today, actually, I did my first live IGTV, and it was probably god awful, but I just knew it's another tool like in the toolbox that I needed to start doing. So for 30 days straight, every morning, I'm going to be doing an IGTV live. Well, it's not really live technically. So you just do it on your phone, like on your video, and it could be up to 10 minutes long. So that's why it's different. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like it's like in the Instagram cloud, like it's placed somewhere different than like your stories. And you can title it so people can kind of go through and kind of already know like what you're going to be talking about. So I'm going to give you guys like a little challenge, and I'll probably lose all my pumpkin Shakeology. But my challenge for you guys tomorrow is to go live or use the IGTV and just pick a topic. And what I'm doing is I'm going through the booklet that I got from the Rise event this weekend and just talking about that. So I'm not saying I'm an expert, because I'm not like coming up with all like these crazy ideas. I'm just taking something, take something from your personal development, or take something from a podcast, or take something from your workout. So that's my challenge for you guys. tomorrow is do a IGTV, and then I'll do a post in our team page, and then just comment underneath of it when you did your IGTV. And then when I get my pumpkin shakeology, I will pick some winners. Oh, and other thing I wanted to add from that. So what you can do, like once you do your IGTV, you can then click on your stories. And then I thought I was freaking out because at the top, it has the little link. And I was like, I hit 10,000 people. I didn't. But you can link your IGTV to like a post or to your Instagram story. So you can say like, go check out my IGTV about, confidence building, or about, 3 exercises for your abs. And then you can link it to that IGTV. I think it's pretty cool. It's just like, so people like do have to technically do the swipe up. I think it just kind of makes you, gives you like a little leg up on people. So, and that you don't need 10,000 people. You just have to do that IGTV.
So just on the point with the cleaner app, I have Captivate, and I actually prefer it because you can do night mode for following as well as unfollowing. So it just gives you some more options. You could also do it so it sets up for liking posts. So you can go to your followers, click a bunch of posts, and then it'll like them overnight.
What's it called?
Captivate. It's the same company that did Cleaner, and it basically looks exactly the same.
Cool.
I like that it can like.
Yeah, it's super handy. Leia told me about it on the weekend, and I was like, I'm obsessed now.
That's so good. Yeah, Jillian's been using it too. Sweet. Any other tips? This was a great call. Thanks, Mallory.
One more. I don't know if you saw where I showed my screen on my Instagram page and it had my highlights. Utilize the highlights because I'm a nosy person. So when I go to people's page and they have highlights, I naturally watch all of them. But having that set cover photo like I had for mine, and using kind of your same theme, I kind of like the natural neutral stuff. So that's why I went with black and white. Set those and just name them. And then that way you can post that picture to your story. It has to stay on your story for 24 hours, which is a bummer because I had like 8 random word things on my story one day. And then you can add them to your highlight and put that as your cover photo. So that one is a good thing to have too, because it just adds to the, I guess, like a aesthetically pleasing, whatever fancy word, making it look more professional to me. Because I've seen a lot of top people do those too, and I think it just makes their page look like stand out. So that's a good one to try too.
How did you make the circles? Like,
I actually used Word Swag, and I went and found a random background. I think I Googled pastel marble background or something like that, and saved it. And then I added different things to it. Like I have one for Maddie, so Maddie, and then did a cool font that I liked, and then saved it. And I did it so it took up most of the screen. I think I have one. I'll share one more time. I have one saved on my phone, so you can kind of see what it looked like, and ignore all these random pictures. Like this one. So I just found a background and then put in Maddie and then saved it. And see, I have them for everything. Food, love. Love is like random products I like. And then Coach Life. And so those are all different ones that I did too. So I took up most of the page or the picture and then just saved them to my phone like usual. And then add them all to my story and then added them to my highlights.
and then it just went in that circle?
You have to go to your highlight. Do you want me to show you that too?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just go to your highlight. Okay, my computer's being stupid. Hold on. So, okay, let me try again. Okay, so I go to my highlight. And then I edit it. And then there's a cover photo. So you hit edit, and then you can go through your highlight that you've added to it and pick one that you want. So this is the one I want for that one. You can add to that. So you go to your archive, and this is your stories that have expired. And you can scroll through, and these are all the ones that have ever been on there and find. So like I did one of Maddie. So like this one I really like, I can add that to it. And then if I wanted to make that the cover, I could. So you just go to more and then edit. And so you have them all on there.
Well, here's my question. So, like, I have them set up. I have my things set up the same way. I know you can't even see it on there, but you know, I have packages, fitness, family food, and then like products that I like. But when I set this up, I put them all in, like, you know how you pick from your archives when you're setting it up. But then how am I adding the new ones to it? Like, I can't figure out how to add.
So I click on it, and then the three dots in the corner that say more, click on that, and then edit highlight, and then go to archive.
How do
And
you?
then there's all your new ones to choose from.
I don't have edit highlight there.
You don't have edit? Because
No,
mine you can hit more and then edit highlight.
I disregard. I have it next to there. It says highlight. That works.
Okay. And then that way you can click on a bunch of them, because I add them probably once or twice a week. I'll go and find other ones and just add to it.
Well, it's been like a week. I've been trying to figure that out. Great. Thank you.
Did you feel like once you did that, like you had more people, I don't know, like showing up, or like, you know, like more people accepting your follow and stuff, or following back?
It looks nicer. Like
Yeah, I think it gives it a good look. And when I go follow someone's page and they have a bunch of random stuff on there, it just looks like someone's random personal Instagram, and I don't usually follow it. For me, that's what I was noticing, and it makes it look better to me to do that. And the overall look gives you the look to me.
Like there's one girl that I follow that I like all the products that she likes. I really like them too. So I'll always look at her product highlight. So then I'm like, well, if I'm doing that, then maybe people will do that for mine too, you know?
What do you mean?
Like one of her highlights said, like mine says favorites. So if you click on that, it's like mimosas and like books that I like and stuff like that. But like this other girl, she has products that she likes is one of this girl that I follow is one of her highlights. So I'll always go to her page and look at like her thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, gotcha. And then does she have to swipe up for that, or no?
No.
Okay. I didn't know, like, if you could swipe up and then purchase whatever she.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay. Cool. Anything else, anyone? All right, so stay tuned in the team page tomorrow. Lots of fun stuff going on. Last 5 days, power hours. We need to go to bed now because I need to be up at 6, and that's going to be a shocker to everybody. So thank you, Mallory. Thank you, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks.